Hi, David. Good
Morning.
morning. Hey, how's it going, David?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm good too, David. Thank you. So, how was your day yesterday? Oh, we missed you on Tuesday. What happened?
Internet, it wasn't work. It
Oh,
wasn't work.
your connection. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, you sent me a message. Now I remember. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you told me. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, it's so bad when the internet doesn't work, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
sometimes we have this problem here too. It's really boring.
Yeah.
I know how it feels. No, but I'm glad
See,
you could make it today, David. Super welcome.
see, but I already did. I already did the replacement.
Oh, fantastic, David. Please send me the picture of the page done. Okay?
I already sent to you.
Oh, you did? Awesome. Okay.
Yes, yesterday.
Okay, I'll see you later. All right? Thank you, David. Thank you very much. Good job. So today, David, we are going to see uh, the final part of Unit 6. We are closing a unit. Okay, let's do this coming in. So we are finishing Unit 6 and we will start
Hi,
preparing.
teacher. Good morning.
Hi, Duda. Good morning. Good to see you. How's it going, Duda?
Teacher,
Are you
I'm good
okay?
and you.
I'm good too. Thank you. So, like I was saying, today we are going to finish a cycle. We are finishing Unit 6. So, today is the last part. So, we will start reviewing. So, we finish Unit 6 today. We'll do the review of Unit 6. And then next week, we have the review of Units 4, 5, and 6. Okay, in preparation for our test. All right, people.
Okay.
All right, good. So, um, this lesson today talks about presenting, or when you talk about a place, okay? Because this unit, Unit 6, talks about traveling, describing a place. It talks about should, shouldn't, things that you should do, things that you shouldn't do when you visit a place. Remember, so we saw about, yeah, remember we talked about Monaco. So last class, I think we talked about things that you can do in Monaco. So they gave some possibilities, right? Um, let's go to class dojo before we actually start, okay? So let's record your points. Can you see the page, guys, our class dojo page?
I can.
Okay, good. So let's record your points there. Let me turn the sound on. Congratulations for coming on time. Hi, Leo. Good morning. Good to see you.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Okay. All right, guys. So now let's move back to our page on Google Classroom. Like I was saying, today, Leo, you just arrived. We are closing a cycle, right? We are finishing Unit 6. And after Unit 6,
Okay.
we start preparing for our test. Okay, our test number 2, which covers Units 4, 5, and 6. Okay, the test will be in August, first week. of August. Okay, so it will be good because you have a break, so you can study during the break. Okay, so today we are going to talk about um, how you can describe a place, how you can talk about a place. Usually, when we present a place, we should talk about the good things of the place, right? Usually, something interesting, something exciting. Okay. So, what is interesting about Rio, for example? Because everybody knows Rio. Okay. So, is there anything interesting that not many people know about Rio?
Mm, the beach,
The
the
beaches.
mountain.
Uh huh. Yes. Yeah. Everybody knows about the beaches in Rio. Okay. That is something that the beaches are very famous. So, Rio is a popular city, right? It's a famous city, and a lot of tourists come to Rio. So I'm going to show you a short video about places that not many people know, places that uh, they are very interesting and only few people know they actually exist. All right, and they are very interesting. So let's take a look and pay attention to how they describe this place, what they say about these places. Okay, take a look. So, according to the title of the video, these places are scientifically impossible. Okay, so let's see why.
The world is filled with beautiful places to visit from shore to shore, but what about the anomalies of the world? Nature doesn't always do things by the book, and there are a few creepy, strange and seemingly impossible places to prove it. So without further ado, here are 15 scientifically impossible places that actually exist. Before we get started, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more such amazing content. Let's begin. Number 15. Strange Magnetic Lake. Most tourists come to Aurangabad to visit the Ajanta and Ellora UNESCO World Heritage Sites, but never make it as far as Lonar. Lonar Lake is located 4 hours drive from Aurangabad in the Buldana district in the state of Maharashtra, western India. It's not visited by many tourists because many people are unaware of this beautiful and mysterious place. In November 2004, NASA's Terra satellite acquired a great image of the mysterious lake. Scientists have long been puzzled by the strange electromagnetic disturbance in this area and have tried to find a cause. The lake's water is not normal and the lake itself appears to be completely misplaced. NASA scientists and Geological Survey of India officials have long wondered how Lonar Lake can exist and what's wrong with it. Lonar Lake is approximately 150 meters or 500 feet deep, with an average diameter of almost 1,830 meters or 6,000 feet. The perfectly circular lake shows evidence of higher magnetic readings than the surrounding area. Lonar Lake has triggered scientists and officials to attempt answers to questions like, why is the lake alkaline and saline at the same time? Why does it support microorganisms rarely found elsewhere on Earth? Why do compasses fail to work in certain parts of the crater? And what lurks at the bottom? Geologists suggest that the lake could in fact be a meteor impact crater. Objects that came from space are generally more electromagnetic than material that they strike on terrestrial Earth. While examining the lake and water, local geologists found minerals and rock fragments that are formed when high-pressure, high-temperature metamorphism occurs. Scientists discovered unusual minerals like masculinite, a kind of naturally occurring glass that's only formed by extremely high-velocity impacts. So there is enough scientific evidence to state that Lonar Lake was formed when a 2 million ton meteorite moving with a speed of 90,000 kilometers an hour struck the Earth. When the impact occurred is uncertain, but scientists estimate it could have been between 35 and 50,000 years ago. It's the Earth's largest and only hypervelocity impact crater in basaltic rock, and this beautiful Lake Larnar can be described as a little-known astronomical marvel on Earth. Number 14. The Petrifying Well. In Knaresborough by North Yorkshire is a well that seems like something ripped out of a story by H.P. Lovecraft. It's a place where water trickles down a cliffside that looks like a skeleton's grinning face, and where anything you place under the water will turn to stone. The process usually takes 3 to 5 months, but you can leave anything you own under the trickling water, and when you return, it'll be stone. People have left everything from teddy bears to bicycles there, and everyone has been transformed into a statue. For a long time, people believed that the well was cursed by a witch. Scientists today, though, have found that the water just has an unusually high mineral content. As a result, it creates a hard mineral shell over anything it touches, just like how stalactites are formed in caves. Number 13. The Ringing Rocks. At the top of a hill in Pennsylvania, there's a field full of strange rocks, and nobody knows why they're there. There's no higher cliffside nearby, so they couldn't have fallen through a landslide, and the natives that knew about it before European settlers arrived believed it to be a natural phenomenon. Their being there is hardly the strangest part, though. Instead, that honour goes to the sound they make when you hit them, a chiming ring that sounds almost like the cymbal on a drum kit. There are theories, but we aren't completely sure why they make this strange noise. One person investigating them, though, found that they're making it on their own. When you hit a single rock, it lets out a low-frequency tone that can't be heard by human ears. When you put them together, though, the tones interact, and that's the sound that we actually hear. Number 12. Twin Town. Experts who visited the remote tropical village of Kadini in Kerala have been left scratching their heads over the phenomenon that's seen almost 6 times as many twins born than the global average. Baffled doctors are trying to unravel the mystery of this Indian village boasting more than 220 sets of twins born to just 2,000 families. In 2008 alone, 15 pairs of twins were born in the village out of 300 healthy deliveries, and this year is expected to top that number. In the last 5 years alone, up to 60 pairs of twins have been born, with a rate of twins increasing year on year. What's fascinating is the increasing number of twins with each passing year. Some speculate that it's the chemicals in the water that's causing the birth of twins, but the truth of the fact is that no one knows the answer to this mystery. For now, Kadini remains an unsolved mystery. Number 11. Underwater River. Confused? You're not alone. Imagine swimming deep in the ocean only to find a river in the middle of the ocean. Yep, that's what happened to the deep-sea divers who explored this site. There's a river that lies at the bottom of the Black Sea that has waves, rapids, waterfalls, and everything you'd typically expect from an above-ground river. While the river underneath the Black Sea is one of the most popular ones, several more exist, including one under the sea in Mexico. It's such an interesting phenomenon to study. Number 10. Devil's Kettle. As far as natural mysteries go, the Devil's Kettle in Minnesota is one of the most intriguing ones. At a particular point along the Brule River, the river's water splits into 2. One split continues its course onto the Lake Superior, and the other split, well, we have no clue where it goes. Scientists know it has to end up somewhere, but we don't know where that is. Scientists first tried putting dye into the kettle and waited to see which part of the lake turns up with the colours. It was a futile effort, nothing turned up. Next, they decided to try with ping pong balls. They also vanished without a trace. What the heck is going on? We all know that laws of science dictate that the water has to turn up somewhere. Even if it's being stored underground, there should be markings and it should be traceable. Aliens? Parallel universe? Glitch in our programming? Some Mayan trick? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 9. Movila Cave. In southeastern Romania, there's a cave that was locked away from the slightest ray of light for an estimated 5.5 million years, and that has a completely different atmosphere from the Earth. The cave was discovered by workers looking to set up a power plant. They tested the ground to see if it was a safe place to build and cracked open a pathway that leads into one of the strangest places on Earth. If you descend through the narrow shaft and past a series of tunnels, you enter a chamber with a lake of sulfuric water stinking of rotten eggs. The air there is toxic, filled with hydrogen sulfide and contaminated with 100 times the surface level of carbon dioxide. The strangest part, though, is that a whole ecosystem has survived inside. Researchers have found 33 species inside the cave that don't exist anywhere outside of it. They've adapted to survive in a sulfuric atmosphere, living by feeding off a foam on top of the stones. Number 8. The sleeping city of Kalachi. City of Kalachi, Kazakhstan is not Disney's creation. It's as real as it gets. Citizens of Kalachi face a very peculiar epidemic. People just collapse into naps randomly, even while walking on the road. They also report memory loss, fatigue and hallucinations. The epidemic affects people from all genders and ages. Kazakhstan has even recommended evacuations, but they are no closer to solving the problem. One theory suggests that the residents are facing some kind of radiation poisoning since the area is near a uranium mine. However, there are flaws in the theory. All the blood tests and other monitoring has turned up zero evidence. Secondly, there's a town which is closer to the mine than Kalachi, and they've reported no such epidemic. Number 7. Circles of Namibia. There is an ecological mystery sitting throughout Namibian deserts. There are fields of grass with circles carved in them at regular intervals. The circles are almost perfectly created and can range from 10 to 65 feet in diameter. P.S. If you're thinking of the movie Signs, you're not alone. Forget explaining the circles. Scientists are not even sure of the more basic questions such as, why are there circles? Why not any random shape? Nothing grows in these circle patches. Scientists have come up with various theories and all have been debunked almost immediately. In 2013, Norbert Jürgens, an environmental scientist, said that termites were the cause of the circles. But in 2015, biologist Walter Chinkel tested the hypothesis and disproved it. Number 6. Never-ending lightning storm. In western Venezuela over the Catatumbo River, there is a storm that never ceases. Starting at 7 p.m. every night, lightning crashes over the water for 10 hours, 260 nights each year. Nobody knows for sure why it happens. Up until recently, the leading theory was that it had something to do with uranium in the bedrock, although scientists are starting to doubt that. Today, the leading theory is a complicated one. It posits that the shape of the mountains causes warm trade winds to collide with cold air from the Andes. That collision is then fueled by the rapidly evaporating water below and methane from a nearby oil field. Nobody actually knows for sure, though, why it happens. Everything about it is mysterious, including one moment in 2010 when it inexplicably stopped. One day, the storm just died down without explanation and seemed for a while to be over. Then, after 6 weeks of silence, it sparked up again and has been raging ever since. Number 5. Potomsky Crater. When one geologist stumbled across a massive mound 65 years ago, he had no idea his discovery would spark one of the world's strangest scientific mysteries. The site in Irkutsk, Siberia, was discovered in 1949 and is a huge convex cone with a funnel-shaped recess and a rounded hill in the middle, which looks a little like an eagle's nest with an egg nestled inside it. The origin of the Potomsky crater has baffled scientists for decades, and theories for its existence have ranged from a nuclear blast to a secret gulag mine and even a meteorite strike. Half a ton of samples were taken from the site. The samples led scientists to dismiss ideas of a uranium ore explosion, as the background radiation at the site is low and no uranium has been found nearby either. This left them with two main theories, one of a volcano and the other of a meteorite. However, the mysterious site has not given up any meteoritic material, and the area is not thought to be volcanic. In fact, there are no volcanoes within thousands of kilometers of the Potomsky crater, and it also seems to be relatively new. The fact that the crater is alive, as its shape changes constantly by rising and falling, and that the trees nearby the site are reported to grow abnormally fast, adds to the mystery. People who visit the crater often report feeling more drained of energy the closer they get. In 2005, the leader of an expedition to the crater died of a heart attack on reaching the area. No one knows for sure what's causing these strange phenomena. Number 4. Ram Setu. Ram Setu, or Rama's Bridge, is a causeway that's created across the sea connecting Pamban Island in Tamil Nadu to Mannar Island in Sri Lanka. Scientific studies have determined that the Polk Strait is a natural bridge formed by limestone shoals. However, Hindu mythology says that it was built by Lord Rama with the help of Vanara and the monkey army. This causeway is visible from an aerial view even to this day. The whole issue of Ram Setu is mysterious, and that makes us talk about it even more. It's said that Rama's Bridge was above sea level. Even some historical records suggest that it was walkable till the 15th century. Even the estimated depth is around 3 to 30 feet in the area of this causeway. Even though the Rama Bridge is inside the water, the ships cannot sail on it. The water here is shallow, with the level of depth varying at certain points. Hence, ships from India have to take another roundabout route to reach Sri Lanka. Ramayana mentions that the Setu was constructed with floating stones. Surprisingly, such floating stones are scattered across Ramaswanam even to this day. Number 3. The disappearing lake. Rivers might run, but lakes stay where they are, right? Tell that to the Lugarima in Northern Ireland. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. A few geologists and explorers have attempted to study it, but the deeper they search, the more complex it gets. The lake actually drains itself out to such a degree that passers-by wouldn't even be able to tell there was ever a lake in that very same spot. Where does the water disappear to? No one knows. Paul Wilson, who is a pro in analysis of aerial and ground reconnaissance images, has gone the extra mile to analyse maps from the geology surveys in search of clues. He conducted an experiment to try and follow the trail of the vanishing water. He put some dye in the Lugarima, and it helped him trace the flow of the water to a dry riverbed. How the water flows from the lake to that point and back is not clear. Analytics started a comparative look of another similar vanishing lake to get some deeper insight. Canada's Medicine Lake is on a limestone landscape called karst. For this vanishing lake, it's been confirmed that each year water drains through the karst landscape beneath it through sinkholes that dissolve over time to form a big cave. Indeed, there's limestone in the Lugarima area. It's however not that simple in Ireland as it is in Canada. Karst limestone typically has large caverns under the ground, but this is not the case with Lugarima. Adding more to the mystery, that amount of water that's coming out of the river is twice the amount that's actually going into the river. This mysterious phenomenon still remains a mystery. Number 2. Underwater waterfall. Waterfalls are some of the most beautiful and natural sights to see in the world, not to mention they can be very romantic. Want to take it to the next level? Visit the underwater waterfall. This waterfall can be found near Africa and South America, and it's caused by the strength of the current that pushes water downwards. The scientific term for this underwater waterfall is actually Kelvin-Helmholtz waves, but underwater waterfall does sound cooler. But all may not be exactly as it seems. What you're witnessing that looks like an underwater waterfall is actually sand from the shores of Mauritius being driven via ocean currents off of that high coastal shelf and down into the darker ocean depths of the southern tip of the island. If you're worried that Mauritius is about to lose all of its beautiful white sand to the depths of the ocean, don't be. Number 1. Sea splits into two. Kerala faced a really tough time in 2018 as the city witnessed the heaviest rains which almost submerged the entire city underwater, taking the lives of thousands of people and making others homeless. After the water from the recent floods receded, something amusing happened in one of the cities of Kerala which took everyone by surprise. The locals of Panani in Kerala's Malappuram witnessed a new island-like structure surfacing along their beach. The narrow sand strip, which is well over half a kilometre long, has literally split the sea into two. This is indeed a natural phenomenon and everyone was surprised to see it. This has really gained a lot of attraction among the locals as well as the tourists, and people actually visit here to take a long walk on the sand strip. While tourists continue to flock to catch a glimpse of it, authorities have warned that the sand strip could be washed away in case of high tide. It's not immediately clear what was behind the formation of the unusual structure, and people are still wondering how it happened. Well, until the mystery is unveiled, people are enjoying a walk on this, making it a memorable experience. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.
You see, guys, this world has interesting places to visit. So,
Yeah.
which place, guys, would you like to say from all the places they mentioned here?
Both.
Let me go back here. Which of the places they mentioned would you like to visit? Because they talked about so many interesting places. Of course, not the place in the ocean, not the ocean waterfall, for sure. Probably the lunar lake, the first one they said. That one in India, did you see that? That
Yeah. Did.
yeah, that was interesting. The crater that was probably formed by meteorite that hit the Earth I guess that crater is really beautiful. It could.
I I'd like to visit both because there are history and mystery. I
Yes,
really I really like that.
very good, David. Yes, it has history and also mystery. I like that too. Yeah, that's really interesting. And another one that called my attention is that one, the the last one, the Kerala Sea divided. Where you have this kind of road on the sea where people can walk on. That's interesting too. Even though it's dangerous, but you can actually walk. That's nice. Let's try to open it up again. Let's open the book again. I was I had the book open but then it closed. You see, guys, there are many different ways to describe a place. And you see how they described how did they describe the places that you saw? How did they make the places so interesting?
History.
Yes, they used history. Yes, they provided some historical information. What else?
Location.
Yes, location. Very nice. They provided the location, they provided some historical information. They talked about some interesting fact about the place. Okay, so that's the way to go. This is how we attract the person who is listening or reading what we are saying. Okay, so
Okay.
this is what they used in the video. And as it was a video, they could also put some images of people um, with expressions of surprise or say no. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
Making faces like this. You see, so
Yeah.
these things were adding an element of curiosity to their presentation. You know. So now let's take a look at the final part, which has to do with this. Look, when people give advice about visiting a place, what do they often talk about? Exactly what we were discussing, right? They talk about the location, they talk about something interesting, they talk about
Food.
the food, the history, why the place is nice to visit. Okay, now we're going to listen to the presentation about an exciting vacation. Where does the speaker think you should go? Why? So let's see where you should go and why you should go there. Okay, so let's listen.
Okay.
Do you want an exciting vacation? Then you should visit Hong Kong. It's an exciting city with many things to see and do. You should take a boat ride on the Star Ferry. It goes from Hong Kong Island to the Kowloon Peninsula. There are beautiful views from the boat, so you should take a lot of pictures. You should also go to a street market. They're really fun and usually not very expensive. October, November, and December are the best months to visit. You shouldn't go between June and September because it's very hot. So go to Hong Kong for a wonderful vacation.
Okay, so where does the speaker think you should go?
Uh, there are many things to do.
Okay, that's the reason why. Good. But where? Where do you
China.
think is China?
Japan.
Oh, let me play again. Listen one more time.
Do you want an exciting vacation? then you should visit Hong Kong. It's an exciting city with many things to see and do. You should take a boat ride on the Star Ferry. It goes from Hong Kong Island to the Kowloon Peninsula. There are beautiful views from the boat, so you should take a lot of pictures. You should also go to a street market. They're really fun and usually not very expensive. October, November, and December are the best months to visit. You shouldn't go between June and September because it's very hot. So go to Hong Kong for a wonderful vacation.
Hong Kong.
Okay. All right, dude, no problem. That's okay. All right, David, that's it. The name of the place is Hong Kong. Very good. Why? Why does he say we should go to Hong Kong?
Because there are many things to do.
All right. Very good. Okay. Now, listen one more time and choose true or false. Before we listen, let's take a look at the sentences. Okay, so read the sentences in silence, and then we will play the audio again. Okay, let's listen.
Do you want an exciting vacation? Then you should visit Hong Kong. It's an exciting city with many things to see and do. You should take a boat ride on the Star Ferry. It goes from Hong Kong Island to the Kowloon Peninsula. There are beautiful views from the boat, so you should take a lot of pictures. You should also go to a street market. They're really fun and usually not very expensive. October, November, and December are the best months to visit. You shouldn't go between June and September because it's very hot. So go to Hong Kong for a wonderful vacation.
Okay, guys. So let's do the first one together. The first one says, you should take a boat ride. Is it true or false?
True.
Okay. Now, try to answer the other ones and then we correct together. Okay. Okay, guys. Can we
Okay.
check? Let's see. Number 2, guys.
False.
True or false? All
False.
right. Number 3.
True. True.
True.
True.
Good. True. Number 4.
False.
False.
Okay. Number 5.
True.
True.
All right. Let's check. Yay. Congratulations. Very good. Excellent. All right. Here in number 2, the view from the boat is beautiful. Yes. And here number 4, street markets are Cheap. They're not very expensive. They are cheap. Okay, great. Very nice. So here, let's see the pronunciation tip of this lesson. They talk about chunking. What is chunking? Let's see, guys. In long sentences, speakers often pause between thought groups or chunks. Thought groups or chunks are pieces of sentences, right? So they pause, they give a pause, they stop a little, okay? Listen to the sentences and questions. Notice the pauses between chunks, okay? Listen up.
It's an exciting city with many things to see and do.
You should bring an umbrella because it rains almost every afternoon.
Okay, listen one more time. Notice that there is a pause where you see a slash here, okay? A slash bar. So listen again.
It's an exciting city with many things to see and do.
You should bring an umbrella because it rains almost every afternoon.
Okay, guys, did you notice that the person gives a pause where you see the
Yes, I
slash
did.
bar? Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is
Okay.
what we call chunking, right? When we are speaking or even reading, okay? It's important because when we do the chunking, when we use chunking, we make ourselves clear, okay? So let's try to say the sentences. It's an exciting city with many things to see and do. Okay.
It's everybody, teacher.
Yes, yes, you can say that. You can try first and then Leo can try. Go ahead, David. Try
Oh,
first.
can you hear me? Good.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
It's an exciting city with many things to see and do.
Great, David. Excellent. Now, Leo, can you please?
Yes. Um, you should bring an umbrella.
No, the first one. The first one, please. It's
Okay,
an
sorry.
exciting city. Mhm.
Okay. It's an exciting city with many things to see and do.
Okay. Good. Very good, Leo. So as you can see, naturally, we give a pause here when we speak, okay? The next one, you should bring an umbrella because it rains almost every afternoon. Go, David, please.
You should bring an umbrella. Let me try again. You
Okay.
should bring an umbrella because it rainy almost every afternoon.
Okay, just this part here, it rains almost every
It
afternoon.
rains.
Uh-huh.
It rains almost after every afternoon.
Good. Now let's try that, Leo. You should bring an umbrella because it rains almost every afternoon.
Okay. You should bring an umbrella because it rains almost every afternoon.
Great, Leo. Very good. Okay, guys. So this is the idea, all right? Now, number 4. Listen and repeat the sentences. Mark the pauses. Okay? So let's listen.
1.
You shouldn't go between June and September because it's very hot.
2.
There are beautiful views from the boat, so you should take a lot of pictures.
3,
They're really fun and not usually very expensive.
4,
It has some interesting museums and lots of great restaurants.
So now I'll play one more time and we'll try to practice the sentences, right? So let's try the first one.
1,
You shouldn't go between June and September because it's very hot.
David,
You shouldn't go between June and September because it's very hot.
okay, thank you. Now let's go to number 2.
2,
There are beautiful views from the boat, so you should take a lot of pictures.
Leo,
There are beautiful views from the boat, so you should take a lot of pictures.
great, thank you.
3,
They're really fun and not usually very expensive.
David,
They're really fun and not usually very expensive.
yes, great.
4,
It has some interesting museums and lots of great restaurants.
Leo,
It has some interesting museums and lots of great restaurants.
oh, pay attention here, Leo. Restaurants.
Restaurants.
Yes, this R here is different, okay? It's
Okay.
okay? Restaurants, okay? Great
Okay.
restaurants. Very good. All right, people, awesome. So now let's see the pauses. Where are the pauses here? Where do you think the first pause is in the first sentence?
September.
After September. Yes, you shouldn't go between June and September. Okay, very nice here. In number 2,
After boat.
yes, excellent. Number 3,
Fun.
uh-huh,
After fun.
after fun, perfect. Number 4,
After museums.
yes, excellent. So you'll see that. Okay, there you go. Okay, after September, after boat, after fun, and then after museums. Okay, perfect. So here, okay, guys. So let's move on to giving advice in a presentation. So in the beginning of the class, we saw this presentation about impossible places that exist in our planet. And here we saw a presentation. I mean, we actually listened to a presentation about Hong Kong, okay? So how do we give advice in a presentation? So you can use should and shouldn't in a presentation when you want to give your listeners advice. It's a good idea to support your advice with examples or information. So this is what we saw in the video. Remember,
Yes.
they gave examples and they gave information, okay? So it's not just, give advice, show the picture. No, you should give examples of things that you can find there, okay? What can I find in this place? So give some examples, all right? Some places, they even compared different places. Do you remember? They
Yes.
compared, Yeah, they compared one place to the other, right? And you
Yeah.
should also give information about the place and use because or a follow up sentence for this. Okay, so example here, you should visit Hong Kong. It's such an exciting city. So here it's when you give advice. Okay, you shouldn't go between June and September because the weather is terrible. Okay, so here, first you give advice and then you give a because. Okay, you are giving a second advice as a follow up. I mean, you are giving an explanation. Look, yes, you should visit Hong Kong, but listen, you shouldn't go between June and September because the weather is not good. Okay, so
Okay.
work with a partner here. Actually, here we are not going to do this activity in group now, okay? But we can do this as a project if you want, if you decide to present a project about Unit 6, because Unit 6 talks about visiting places or giving a suggestion about a place. Okay, so here
Okay.
they give the suggestion, follow the instructions to make a presentation about a city people should visit. Okay, think of a city you like. So this is a nice idea for a project. Okay, so think of a city you like, make notes about things visitors should see and do there, include the best time of year to visit the city, and share your presentations. So, this is exactly what we do when we present a project. Okay, guys? So, we are not going to do this now. We will leave this for the project presentation. Okay, now we are going to do page 152. Okay, this is the review of Unit 6. Okay, so let's go there. Okie dokie. So this is the review of Unit 6, guys. So first, let's see the vocabulary of the unit. What did we learn in this unit in terms of vocabulary? Okay, so where should each person go if you need some things? So in the beginning of the unit, we talked about places in the neighborhood. Remember, we just talked about
Yeah.
local places, right? So write the correct place next to each sentence. So here we have department store, grocery store, ATM, gym, bakery, farmer's market. So let's do the first one together. I need some milk, cereal, and meat. Where should I go?
Mm. Grocery store.
Yes, very good. So let's write it there. We should go to the grocery store. Now, complete from numbers 2 to number 6, and then we correct. I'll give you, let's see, that's very easy. So I'll give you 1 minute to do that, okay? You can begin. Okay, can we correct?
You can.
All right, guys. So, what do you have for number two? Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Good.
Farmers market.
Farmers
Great.
market.
Farmers. All right. Farmers market. The word is not here because it doesn't fit, okay? But you can check here on top in the yellow bar, okay? Farmers market. Number three, what's the answer?
Bakery.
Bakery.
Yes, great. Number four,
ATM.
yes, very good. Excellent. Number five,
Gym.
gym. Gym. Uh-huh. Number six,
Department store.
yes. Excellent. Very good. Now, let's see more vocabulary from Unit 6. Okay? Complete the paragraph with the correct words from the box. So here we have the word afford, guided tour, view, relax, go abroad, adventure. So now it's the topic of traveling. Okay? So first, we should read the paragraph and then we should start um, filling the gaps. Excuse me. So then we should start filling the gaps. So the best way to do it is to read all the paragraph first, okay? So let's say, this summer I'm going to for the first time. This is how you do it. You read everything, ignoring the gaps, okay? So this summer I'm going to for the first time. I'm taking a vacation to Gyeongju, South Korea. I can't a hotel, so I'm going to stay with some friends. Their apartment has a beautiful of the city. One day I'm going to take a or an of the old part of the city. Another day I'm going to in a park. My vacation will be an exciting, okay? Now we can start completing, okay? So this summer, I'm going to for the first time. What do you think goes here?
Go abroad.
Okay, so here it's go abroad. Let me just, okay? So you can check all the sentence there. Let me try to, yes, now you can see the whole sentence. Go abroad, okay? So this summer, I'm going to go abroad for the first time, okay? Now, try to complete the other gaps using the words from the box, okay?
Okay.
I'll give you 2 minutes for that, okay? You can start. Okay, guys. Yes, let's correct.
Let's.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So the next one, I can't.
Afford.
Yes, perfect. Okay, Leo. Okay, Duda. When I say I can't afford a
Okay.
hotel, it means I can't pay for a hotel. I don't have money to pay for a hotel. All right, good. Next one has a beautiful,
View.
View.
yes, view. Okay. One day I'm going to take
Guided tour.
Get. Get to
guided.
guided.
Yes, a guided tour. A guided tour is when you go with a group of people and a tour guide to a place where the tour guide talks about the place. Okay,
Okay.
a guided tour. Another day, I'm going to
Relax.
Relax.
relax in a park. My vacation will be an exciting,
Adventure.
yes.
Sure.
Okay, very nice. Good. Now, number three. Complete the sentences with the adverb form of the adjective in parentheses. So, guys, now we will remember vocabulary from the lesson related to adverbs. Okay, when we describe a place, remember, we use adverbs to make it more um, colorful. We use adjectives and adverbs. Okay, so let's say number one, read your article. We have to change this word here and make it an adverb. So read your article
Careful.
carefully. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. We add a suffix here because careful is the adjective. And then if we add ly, it becomes an adverb. So read your article carefully. So it means that I'm telling you the way you should read the article. Okay. So when I use adverbs in my presentation, I'm saying how you should do something. Okay. How you should visit the city, how you should drive, for example. Drive carefully. When you drive in Rio, you should drive carefully because the traffic is dangerous. Okay, so
Everything is danger.
yes, everything is dangerous in Rio, so you should drive carefully. Okay, an adverb um, is a modifier of a verb or an adjective. So that's why it usually comes after a verb, okay? An adverb modifies a verb. Okay, so here, read carefully. Read carefully. All right. Like I said before, drive carefully. Drive carefully. Okay. Let's see another example. The cars in the Grand Prix drive very.
Fastly.
Yes, here, fast is an exception. The adjective fast, when I transform into an adjective, it remains the same. Fast becomes fast. It's an exception to the rule, okay? So fast becomes fast. This one is called irregular. Irregular adverb. Okay. There are some irregular adjectives that when we change into adverbs, they don't take ly. Okay. Fast is one of them. Okay. So here, the cars in the Grand Prix drive very fast. Okay. Now, number 3, the elevator got to the top floor of the hotel
Quickly.
quickly. Okay. So got quickly. Got is a synonym to arrive. Okay. So the elevator arrived at the top floor quickly. Okay. Now here we have the adjective good. Good is irregular. It's irregular. Okay, guys, so it's different. Harry, sorry. Sorry, guys. Harriet speaks Spanish really?
Good.
No.
Better.
Well. Well. So the adverb for good is well. That's why we say it's irregular, because it's completely different, okay? So good becomes well when it's an adverb, okay? So how does Harriet speak Spanish? Oh, he speaks Spanish really well, okay? Number 5, please speak more
Slowly.
slowly. Yes, slow is okay. It's not irregular, okay? So guys, if you want to have a list of irregular adjectives, you can go to the reference, to the grammar reference of this unit 6. In the grammar reference, there is a small list of irregular adjectives and how they become when they are transformed into an adjective. Okay, what happens when you transform them into an adverb? Okay, so now let's see the grammar part. Choose the correct word or phrase to complete each sentence. So let's see. First of all, guys, let's see if we have more. Yes, we have from numbers 1 to number 5. 1 to 5. So choose the correct word or phrase to complete each sentence. Number 1, I clean my apartment today. My parents are visiting tomorrow. So it's a necessity. Which modal verb expresses necessity?
I have to.
Yes, I have to clean. Very good. Okay, let's do number 2 together. You buy milk. We already have some.
Counts.
Pay attention. We already have some means that it's not necessary to buy milk.
Oh, you don't have.
Yes, okay. So you don't have to buy milk. It's not necessary, okay? Now, guys, try to answer numbers 3, 4, and 5, and then we correct, okay? I'll give you 1 minute for that. Okay, go ahead. All right, people, can we check? Let's do it. The first one, look. We go to that restaurant tonight.
Can.
It's closed. We can't. So
We
can
can.
and can't, people, here talks about possibility. So can't means it's impossible, okay?
Okay.
We can't go. It's impossible. It's closed, okay? Number 4, it's a question. Is it
Do I
interesting?
have?
Do I have to means is it necessary? And here, this is not the question. I'm not asking if it's necessary. I'm asking if it's interesting. Look, is it interesting? So I'm asking a suggestion. I'm asking for advice. So the best choice is, should I visit that museum? Is it interesting? Okay. I want to know if that museum is worth a visit. I want to know if the museum is interesting. So should I visit the museum? Is it good? Is it a good idea to go? Yes. Should I? Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
All right, David.
Okay.
All right. Have to is only for something that is necessary. Do I have to go? Is it necessary? Okay. Number 5.
Okay. You
You
can.
you can have a room with a water view or a garden view. Okay, it's possible. Okay, so let's check. All right. Here, everything is okay. And here, everything is okay too. Excellent. Very good, guys. Now here, just to finish, here in number 5, there are some mistakes. Okay, guys? Just for us not to be late, I will show the answers, okay? Let's see the sentences. Let's take a look and see if you find the mistakes. Look here, right in the beginning, you should to go. This doesn't exist. We never use to after should, okay, guys? This is a big mistake. So here, okay, you should go.
Okay.
Here, where is the mistake in number 2?
Has.
Yes, this is wrong. He doesn't have. This is the mistake, okay? He doesn't have to get up early tomorrow. It's Saturday, okay? Number 3, where is the mistake?
Talking. Taking.
Taking, yeah, this is wrong. He can take. Number 4.
Should.
Oh, the mistake is here. We don't use this as auxiliary.
Oh.
We use does Anna have to work tomorrow?
Teacher, but I already saw use have first.
Yes, but not for necessity. Not to mean necessity. This here is to mean necessity. Okay, when I use this kind of question, has Anna, okay, this is a different
Okay.
thing, okay?
Okay.
So has Anna worked recently? Has Anna worked recently? So look, has, this is present perfect, okay, David? Present perfect.
Okay.
So present perfect has nothing to do with this, okay? So has Anna
Okay.
worked recently? Then it's okay. But now here, no. The question here is, does Anna have to work tomorrow? So look, does Anna have to work tomorrow? Okay. Does Anna have to work tomorrow? This has to be the sentence here, okay? I'm not asking about if Anna worked recently. I'm asking if Anna has the necessity to work tomorrow. Okay, is it necessary for Anna to work tomorrow? This is the question. So I can't use has as auxiliary. I have to use the simple present, not the present perfect, okay? So does Anna have to work tomorrow? Okay.
Okay.
Now number 5. Carla should studies. Yes, that's wrong. Okay. So here, Carla should study. This is wrong. So after should, we use infinitive after study. So Carla should study for the test tonight. Okay. After that, we always use infinitive. Okay, people.
Okay.
All right, so let's see the answers. Let's just correct. online. And here you have some extra material for you. Okay, people?
Okay.
Try to do that. Okie dokie. Sorry about the
Okay,
noise.
teacher.
Okay? And
Okay.
hope to see you again next week on Tuesday. All right, guys.
See
Have a
you.
nice weekend. Bye-bye. See you.
You
Bye
too.
bye, teacher.
Bye, guys. Love you. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
You too.
Bye.